All right, so what I wanted to do was take a moment and break down this kata a little bit more in depth, and that way as you practice you can get a little more polish onto your practice. All right, so what I wanted to do today was take a little more time to break down the Naihanchi Shodan Kata into a little bit more detail, and that way you have a little more polish that you can practice as you're training this form. So let's go through it together. Again, I'm going to do this kata backwards for myself so that you can track directly using your screen. So when I travel to my right, this will actually be your left. So hopefully that will help you as you're practicing and learning this kata. Let's go through it together. From attention position, heels together, toes apart, standing nice and tall, hands by your side. Begin the kata with a bow. Fast, pause, slow. Next, come to yoi. Again, fast, and then pause, and then slow. Feet are going to join at the toes while the hands join together for the first part. Fast. Inhale. Pause and slow. Exhale. Once yoi is accomplished, we begin the very first move of the kata. Breathe in as you rise your hands up. Pause, slow, exhale. Fingers joined together, palms are facing outwards. Inhale and exhale. Now we begin the next move of the kata, which is a quick look to your left. A slow look to your right. From this position, crossing step. Your left leg is going to do a crossing step in front of your right leg. As you do this, raise up your trailing hand up to the sky. Set hand on the belly. Finish by transferring the weight and stepping out into a horse stance. Bring this hand across. The other one comes from underneath your armpit so that you can do an outside block. The outside block is special in the fact that it has an open hand. Shoulder height. Set hand is set all the way at the hip. Next, we're going to use the open hand to pull into an elbow strike. Turn, set, cup and saucer. As you turn and set cup and saucer, your left hand is the top holding the cup. Your right hand is at the hip holding the saucer. We're going to change our perspective with looking. Now execute a down block with the cup hand. Take the down block and extend it straight out. And now we can execute a second cup and saucer by switching the orientation. Now your right hand is doing the cup and the left hand is the saucer. Next, crossing step. Your right leg is going to step on the front side, landing on the ball of your foot. Extend this hand as you transition and step out so the hand is underneath the shoulder. Now you can execute an outside block using your right hand. Next, we're going to do a short punch with a cover, with a hug. The hand at the hip, your left, is going to do a short punch, palm up. Meanwhile, set your other hand at your ear, palm towards your ear. This is a belly level punch. From this hugging position, the hugging arm, your right, is going to execute a down block. Meanwhile, the short punch comes back to a set hand position. Next, the down blocking hand is going to make a tabletop for the striking hand to leave the hip and strike, palm up. We call this a backhand strike. From this position, you're going to take your left foot, tuck it behind your knee. And as you do, bring your striking hand in the same orientation to your ear as you look to your left. Now step out, back into the horse stance and execute same hand orientation, a back knuckle strike to your left. Now we're going to do the same thing other side. Tuck, bring the hands up to the ear, same orientation, land out, strike on this side, same strike. Next, cup and saucer. Your left hand that's on top is going to be the cup. And we're looking to the outside of the form. Next, pushing your horse stance towards a double punch. Next movement, your extended long hand is going to open and you're going to circle it into an outside block position while this hand comes to your hip. Next, we're going to do an elbow strike. Open hand is pulling into the elbow strike. Next, cup and saucer. Your right hand is going to hold the cup. Left hand, hold the saucer. From this position, down block to the side. Take the down blocking hand, extend it, and now cup and saucer with the left acting as the cup. Crossing step. Your left leg, crossing step in front of the right. As you transition, extend this arm, tucking your left hand underneath your armpit, step out into the horse stance and execute the outside block. Short punch with the hug. Again, the short punch is palm up. The hugging is coming all the way to your ear. Transition, hugging hand to down block, punching hand to the hip, down block at the hip. Next, back knuckle strike. The blocking hand becomes the tabletop, striking hand rests on top. Moving to the outside of the kata, keeping the hands in the same orientation, bring your knee, your right leg behind, and set your hand at your ear. Step out, turn, execute a strike, same hand orientation. Now other side. Left leg tuck, same hand orientation, strike. Now, cup and saucer. Right hand is the cup, left hand is the saucer. Pushing the stance, sliding into the double punch. This concludes the final movement of the form. Outside leg moves back to yoi. Inhale, exhale. Now returning to attention position, bow, and that completes the kata, Naihanchi Shodan.